came in next, and he and Alex Stewart took the score to 15 for 3 before bad light stopped play. What a disaster that England start. Larkins, alas for him, a pair. Bailey simply did not look out. But for the West Indians, 2 wickets to Ambrose and 1 to Bishop. I thought a disappointing demonstration of intimidation of the umpire by Vivian Richards. Well, tomorrow it's a rest day. The final day is Tuesday. That was going to be a long day for England. It might well be a short one and an unsuccessful one now. Until then, from Barbados, good night. Welcome to the final day of the 4th Cable and Wireless Test match here in Bridgetown, Barbados. West Indies may be on the verge of levelling the series. England, perhaps, an heroic effort to save this match. We had an acrimonious rest day yesterday. The BBC's radio correspondent, Chris Martin Jenkins, included a word cheating in one of his reports, and that has incensed the island. There will be phonings on radio all through the rest day, all this morning, and indeed Chris has been removed from the Voice of Barbados commentary team for today's play. All rather shocking. All about Rob Bailey's dismissal, and let's take a look at that. You can make your own mind up. Ambrose is the bowler, and Dujon the catcher. Now, did it hit the bat or did it not? A lot of hesitation, but a lot of pressure on the umpire. In fact, it hit the thigh pad. That's been confirmed by Bailey. Viv Richards at first slip sets off on a long run. And the crowd, they leap with joy, and the umpire, who appeared not to be giving it out, suddenly puts the finger up. A better view, you see the bat coming through later, and the ball just nicking that thigh pad. Well, of course, incidents like that happen very often in cricket, and somehow this has been blown up beyond all recognition. I hope it's all forgotten with that last sight of Bailey going. The situation here is this: England are 15 for 3, chasing 356 runs to win. They have 341 runs left to win this match. 7 wickets standing. They'd love a draw. Let's see how they get on. Off the mark. And that's going quite quickly, in fact, and it does. It beats Malcolm Marshall down at fine leg. Very fine deflection. Splendidly played, and England open their account on this 5th and final day.
Yeah, nice leg glance here, just covering his stumps, letting the ball come to him.
Well, that's interesting. Just see how quickly Alex Stewart shows the umpire that he got back to that.
Yeah, I think it's very clear here. The bat close to the pad. Batsman a bit nervous, going to show the bat. Most batsmen have done this. Both sides, West Indies and England batsmen, have showed the bat straight away to the umpire. Throughout the series they've done that.
Now this is a good ball from Malcolm Marshall. Well pitched up, leaving Alex Stewart just a bit. Not many people would say that Alex Stewart did anything wrong there. The foot seemed to be to the pitch, but the ball just did enough to beat him.
He's in there at first slip at the moment. 3 slips in a gully, forward short leg, a silly point and a leg gully, a very tacking field. It's well played into the gap on the onside, and that one's going down to the boundary for 4. That is a beautiful shot by Jack Russell. Getting inside that one and pitched just outside leg stump, right off the meat of the bat.
A very good shot here from Jack Russell. Off his legs. As we have been saying, Tony, they have both been looking quite comfortable this morning. The wicket still not playing too many tricks. Couple of balls beating the outside of the bat, but they have been looking quite comfortable.
It's off the edge and it's flying down towards the boundary at third man. Because there are all those attacking fieldsmen up there, there are going to be a few boundaries that especially fly away to the third man area.
Yes, this was a good ball from CURTLY Ambrose. Ball from a little bit wide on the crease, slanted in towards Stewart, then pitching and leaving him that fraction. Hitting a thick outside edge.
The drum major has come in with his drum and cymbals to great applause to try and stimulate the West Indies. Quite a different morning to the 45 minutes, the explosive, electric 45 minutes here at the end of Sunday afternoon, when the drums were beating and the horns were blowing, wickets were falling. Now Ambrose. Oh, that's a strange looking shot by Stewart. It was short and he still managed to get it around for 4.
This is good play because the ball doesn't really bounce very high. Watched it very carefully indeed. Now what's going on there?
Well, that's our friend Mac Fingal, who was working a little bit of his own magic there, perhaps using a little bit of what we know here as Dappy Dust.
Oh, he's in the air. Richards has got him. He's got him. He's doing his little jig again. He always does the little jig. He's going for his little run around. Well, the West Indies have struck. A tremendous fighting knock by young Stewart has come to an end. And as I suspected, Curtly Ambrose has created the problem. This is what happened. Just outside off stump, a nick, and boy, straight into Viv Richards' very safe hands, and away he goes on his little run again. So he's a little bit unhappy, but he's played pretty well. 71 for 4. The drums have started, the conch shells. I'm not sure what he's doing. That's some lotion that he's tossing around all over the place. Alan Lamb now taken guard. He's going to have a little wander down the wicket. He's not in any hurry whatsoever. Back to the crease he goes. He's really got to gather himself now. This is going to be a very, very big challenge for him. And Ambrose is about to go flying in. 3 slips a gully. Silly point, forward short leg. Oh, and what a good delivery that was. That hit the thigh and deflected away to Viv Richards. A magnificent delivery to get first ball.
Well, it's a great leg cutter this that hits Lamb on the right, top of the right leg. He's really rolling those fingers over the seam. He's this tall 6'8" giant. Turns Lamb round, hits him on the top of the right leg. There he is rubbing it.
And he's dropped him. Oh my goodness, the West Indies surely aren't going to get the dropsies. That was a tremendous opportunity for them. You cannot drop Alan Lamb too often. They did it to Smith in the first innings. Here it is again.
Well, this is another ball that Alan Lamb really didn't need to play at. Not an easy catch that for third slip. It's wide, he's got to dive and goes full stretch for it. But Alan Lamb playing at a wideish ball. Look at the right hand come off the bat again, just as Alex Stewart did. He really doesn't have to play at that ball.
We shall overcome, I think, is the song there.
Again, going down the leg side, but so dangerous for England that could easily have ricocheted off the pad onto the stumps.
Well, this is a great delivery cutting back, but you can watch the angle. You see that ball is going to miss leg stump by 4 to 5 inches. It's the angle the bowler delivers from.
Ah, the middle. Nice little clip too, back out of square, and bump into the wall it goes. Respite for Russell, 4 runs to him.
Well, this is what you've got to do as a batsman, survive with all those men crowding you, and just when you get a ball that's nicely placed, get the middle of the bat on it, little turn of the wrist, plenty of runs there because most of the fielders are in catching positions. but it's whether you can survive till you get a ball that you can tuck away for runs.
And he's gone, surely he's gone. Well, Alan Lamb never quite got the measure of it, and you cannot deny Ezra Mosley that wicket. He takes out the England captain. The 5th wicket goes down, and the score is 97.
Well, Ezra Mosley fully deserved this wicket. He's drawing Alan Lamb wide, very wide of off stump with a probing, slightly leg cutter. And I did say that if a bowler's bowling well and people keep playing and missing, if he keeps bowling well, sooner or later he'll get a just reward, and he has done. Playing at a ball that he really could have left alone again there, could Alan Lamb. Half the team out now, the crowd have come alive, the drums are going, everybody's suddenly up on their seats. So England batsmen have got to just get a hold of themselves, compose themselves. Wonderful delivery there by Marshall, bounced a bit on him, went past the outside of the bat and outside of the off stump. And if you had to say any bowlers in the world bowl in line and length with experience, have to be Marshall and the great New Zealander Richard Hadley.
97 for 5 then. Robin Smith on strike facing Mosley has yet to score. Oh, yet again, Mosley whistles the ball through the English batsman. Just take a look at this. Nice use of the crease, comes from the outside and toying around the off stump.
Oh, he's beaten the outside edge again. Mosley is bowling a beautiful spell here as well. He bowled 7 overs initially, no wicket for 10. Since lunch, he's bowled a superb spell.
And that went almost like a leg break. That pitched and left Robin Smith, squaring him up completely. Beautiful ball.
And that's the 9th occasion since lunch that the ball has beaten the outside edge of the bat. Gives you some idea of how well they're bowling at the moment. That's a good shot. That was right off the meat of the bat. Runs really aren't the major concern here for anyone. That brings up 100, in fact.
I think Ezra Mosley paid the cardinal sin of trying to bowl too much on his thumbs to get that ball to leg cut, Tony. He pitched just on out or about the off stump the previous ball, getting into leg cut and beat Robin Smith, and he was trying there to pitch it in line with probably middle and off or mid stump to get it to leg cut.
Oh, and that bounces over the stumps. That was a magnificent Yorker, right in the block hole that was. He managed to get just a little bit of bat on it.
That one kept a bit low. Very, very lucky. Hit the bottom of the bat. Right over the top of the stumps.
If it kept that low, I thought it was a Yorker. It bounced just short of a length, kept low, hit the base of the bat, and it went flying down off that hard surface over middle stump.
That
Brilliant.
long left hand has gone out. And it really was brilliant. It's the longest left hand of the business. Left arm. Telescopic.
Well, that was my frantic shout of brilliant as Tony Cozy was trying to commentate. Astonishing fielder, Curtly Ambrose.
Punched that away for 4. Full toss. And even with a full toss, he was quite careful with it. Didn't swing across it. Just punched it away.
And the crowd has gone quiet, and that's a good thing for the English batsmen. Just keep the crowd cool, that takes some of the pressure off.
Oh, and another good bouncer. Right over the top of middle stump.
Dead straight, good bouncer this. This is the way to make batsmen take evasive action. Put them under pressure, look at it, straight over the top of the stumps. Get it straight, get it high. That's how you cause problems for any batsman. And Russell in the end plays quite well.
And that's a superb half century, greeted by great cheers from the England spectators around the ground. A really courageous innings. Long way forward and struck outside the off stump. Still worth a shout.
Yes, always worth a shout in this position, but I think you can see clearly the foot is outside the line of off stump, the ball pitched outside. He's played well forward, and as we've said many times, both these umpires, and in fact in all the other test matches, most of the time they've tended to give the batsman not out, and I think that was clearly, you could see the big stride forward.
So Bishop now being encouraged here by Richards. Being hemmed in, Smith. Plenty of close fielders. There are 3 of them around him. In front of the bat, 2 on the offside, 1 on the on. And he's taken that on the side of the head. Bishop just injecting a little more life now, a little more pace, a little more hostility. And with those close men in, Smith just not wanting to play at all.
CURTLY Ambrose. Bowled him! He likes it. CURTLY Ambrose likes it. And Jack Russell's long vigil ends. He must have expected the new ball to bounce a bit, but it didn't. Well, what an agonising way for a fine innings to end. 166 for 6.
Very difficult ball to keep out there, Tony. Kept very low indeed. Pitched in line with about mid-stump and hit off. Look at how low that ball hit on the stump. No more than 6 inches above the base of the stump. Very disappointed, Jack Russell. Very happy, CURTLY Ambrose and West Indies team.
That'll go for 4. That's a good delivery though, an attempt at the Yorker. Just managed to get some bat on it.
Great delivery here from the big man, a big in-swinging Yorker. Look how it dips at the last minute. It just dips in off middle and off, just dipping in, and it just gets a bit of a bat on it down to fine leg, and it races away.
Oh, in the air and one dance to slip. There goes that little opening of the face again. Let's see that shot again. See if you can pick the face opening up here.
Watch the bat here, watch the bat. There it is, open. You could slow that down. The bat opens. It's not facing the bowler. It's half open. Half open. Yes. There it is, and it nearly carried to slip. He was oh so lucky.
Good ball, big appeal, got him out, LBW, he's got him, trapped him with the Yorker. Umpire Lloyd Barker, no hesitation on that occasion, he gave him out in a flash. Hussain out, LBW, and England have lost their 7th wicket. Let's have another look. Fired in there and hit his back foot, plumb LBW. And so unfortunately Nasser Hussain is out. 173 for 7.
Great ball, straight in there, from a great height. Everybody's up. I think Hussain's heart would have been in his mouth as soon as it hit him. He does have a wonderful Yorker, doesn't he? What glee he enjoyed that wicket.
Surrounded he is. Oh, he's beaten him. That was so close to the outside edge. There may even have been a noise, but it didn't quite carry to Dujon. He's having a little look at the outside edge of the bat. Did this hit the edge? I think it might have done.
Well, I think he might have got a little fine tickle there, and it never quite carried to Jeffrey Dujon. He has bowled wonderfully well as Ambrose, cutting the ball away, those fingers round the ball, big fingers.
Jeff Boycott mentions the hands. Watch this. This is Ambrose. Watch the eyes. Staring at a length. They're all there, bar one. 3 slips. Silly mid-off. Square cover, a gully. A leg gully. Forward short leg. And there is only one fieldsman not in the circle, and he's way down on the boundary at fine leg. Off the edge, got him, no ball called. Well, he's got big enough feet, he should try and keep some portion of it behind the line. It's gone straight to second slip, out caught. However, it's not out.
Yeah, straight on off stump, Ambrose. And the batsman pushing at it. Neat catch a second slip. But Capel pushing at the ball, pushing through the ball so it manages to carry, and he's neatly caught.
This is the last ball of the over. On the pair, he's given him out LBW again. Yes, he's gone. LBW. So umpire Barker up with his finger again. And this time, David Capel, the victim, he looked to me to be playing from the crease. And no hesitation whatever there by umpire Barker. Let's have another look at it. It pitches and hit him around about middle and leg, and was probably going to hit the leg stump. So David Capel is out. England on now 181 for 8. I tell you, he's quite wide on the crease here. Watch the angle of the ball. It pitches. Was it going down the leg side? Well, it may have hit leg stump. It may just have missed.
There's the decision very quickly there from umpire Barker. No hesitation, no delay.
Well, he's throwing that magic lotion out onto the field again. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but clearly it's another attempt to get another wicket. We'll soon find out whether it'll work. And then I think he tosses it over his shoulder. No, he does a little circle now, then over his shoulder. That's it.
He's gone. He's leg before. Ambrose strikes again. Another leg before. The West Indies are nearly home. There's joy, jubilation. And Ambrose gets his 7th. The accuracy again striking. The furthest leg before wicket without scoring first ball.
Well, I must say, I thought that De Freitas' front foot had got outside that off stump. He got there very early and started to draw back. Might just have got outside the off stump. But it was near enough not to matter. Near enough not to matter. And up goes the finger, and out he goes.
They're massing on the boundaries there, and just inside of it, waiting for this victory. And then there'll be a mass invasion. Hesitation, it could be a run out, and in fact he's home. Just made it, the diving Devon Malcolm. Oof.
Well, if you want a perfect example of how not to run a short single, this is it. What you do, you set off, you hesitate, stop, go, hesitate, stop. And that leaves you a bit to do. Where's Devon now? Here he comes. He's well in.
Well, he's really charged up now here, Curtly Ambrose. He has bowled magnificently today. And even before this quite sensational spell. Devon Malcolm, the batsman. Big appeal for leg before, maybe just outside the off stump. Umpire Archer saying not out. On the outside of that front pad, so that front pad just outside the line of the off stump. And what a good delivery for the last ball. No single off that. Smith hadn't time to think of a single. Well, he's just given in that short ball. He's been coming forward all the time. Bishop back for Marshall. Malcolm has been coming forward the whole time to Marshall. And just to shake him up, let him know, okay, right, you can have that one. No more forward play. In the air, over the slips, and 4.
Sorry, chum. You just give it a little nudge off the shoulder of the bat. Or was it glove? Let's take a close look. Oh. Got a bat on that. Took the bottom hand off like the batsmen do. Handle, I think. He's worked out that if you let it hit the rubber, it springs further. Straight over the top of slips.
3 balls remaining in the over. 5:15. It's over. The West Indies have won by 164 runs. The Stampede, 8 wickets for Ambrose, and the West Indies have won the 4th Test match in the Cable and Wireless Series. It's 1-1, and Curtly Ambrose is the centre of attention, you might say.
Well, this is the end of a brave innings. Going nowhere, except straight in line with the middle stump. Up goes the finger. Well played, Devon Malcolm. It was a good fighting innings for him, and tremendous performance by Curtly Ambrose. Well, that was a great fight by England. They lost just 1 wicket in the morning, Stewart for 37, but Jack Russell spent 5 hours and 6 minutes out there for his 55. A tremendous fighting innings, and Russell and Smith put on 69. But there were 4 ducks in the innings too, and that's too many. 191 all out. As for the bowling, well, it was all about Ambrose. The second new ball, 5 wickets fell after it, and he took 8 for 45, including a spell of 5 for 18 of 7 overs and 4 balls. Well, West Indies win by 164 runs, and Ambrose is man of the match. They deserved it. They attacked, the speed of their run getting, and the speed and the skill of their fast bowling. The only flaw, perhaps, was their close catching. But England were no pushovers, without Gooch, without Fraser. A great fight, and a compliment to them to say that the 5th and final Cable and Wireless Test could go either way. That begins in Antigua, starting Thursday, day after tomorrow. Until then, good night.